of the Oversight Oranga Tamariki System Legislation Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, the bill covers two broad areas of change. One is to strengthen independent monitoring of the Oranga Tamariki system, and the second is to strengthen advocacy for children and young people's issues. Mr. Speaker, the bill seeks to clarify the roles and responsibilities of the government agencies that are charged with overseeing New Zealand's child protection system. And it includes and must include greater advocacy and independence. Mr. Speaker, the bill will change the Independent Children's Monitor from being a departmental agency under the Education Review Office to an independent Crown entity. This is designed to ensure independent monitoring, particularly as it is separated entirely from government. The bill returns the Children and Young People's Commission into a single commissioner, taking it away from a 5-member board structure. This, in turn, will give children and young people a single and visible advocate. It ensures that those transitioning out of care know who their advocate is should there be any issues. Ultimately, Mr. Speaker, the bill is aimed at improving outcomes for children and all young people in New Zealand. I commend this bill to the House.
And you can probably gather why I call it a seat warmer. The speech was about 90 seconds long.
Yeah. And you can see it again. He's just going, oh, look at the independent minute monitor. Look at all this.
I'm reading notes.
Yeah.
I'm reading notes. Look at me. I can read notes.
Somebody handed this to me as I walked in, so I'm just going to read it as it says.
Yeah. And I don't understand why they're going on about, we're combining, these 5 people, this board into one person. I don't understand how that's a good thing at all. We need more voices. We need more opinions.
You need a wide range of people to sit there and do that. I mean, if we look at councils, like Kaipara District Council had like 3 Māori people who have actually been councillors in like the time of its whole existence. And the area is something like 30% population, if not higher, of Māori.
Yeah.
Well, you might have a better idea of the numbers, but like that's an example of like what happens when you have when you have such a narrow number.
It's like combining all the Auckland councillors into Wayne Brown, you need more than just one person running such a large organisation, or not running, but you know what I mean, right? It's
well, he has 20 councillors underneath him.
Yeah,
I mean, no other council has 20 councillors.
No other council deals with 1.7 million constituents.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But when it comes to what's being offered on here, I noticed Laura actually mentioned no funding, and I didn't realise that there was no funding for this. But the other thing to remember is if you go from a panel down to one person, you do lose that diversity of opinion, which helps make more robust decisions. It's one of the reasons why we have councils. It's one of the reasons why Māori wards were so important, was to ensure that you...
The reason why we had a board for, was it Te Whata Ora? Sorry, I have to sit there and speak. Health, New Zealand.
Yeah, you can't be pleasing those elite Maoris, man.
Yeah. But like that's an example of what happens when you what do you call it? You fire the board except for the chair and make him a commissioner.
Didn't they do that to didn't they? Yeah. You've got the health czar now.
That's what he's been nicknamed, and he is showing himself not to be quite on top of the job as he made himself out to be.
He's only working part-time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Part-time commissioner on two times full-time equivalent pay packets of the average wage. Or
you could get 4 practice nurses for his salary.
Does he have any connections? Because there's no way you just get that job.
Yeah, he actually used to work when he worked in Waitemata DHB in a very similar job. He worked with I want to say Chris Pink or whoever, Simon Watts. It's one of those two, I think. And their job was to strip the Waitemata DHB back as far as it could go, and we ended up with mouldy walls in Middlemore. He's got form.